Welcome to the beginner's tutorial part 7, extended side angle and triangle pose. So let's come to a warrior 2 position to start out. Taking your legs wide apart, pivot your right foot forward, have a look, make sure the right heel is in line with the middle of the back foot, the arch. Turn your back toes in just slightly and really find the outside edge of that foot and bend your right leg. So extended side angle, we're gonna be coming from warrior 2, so get into your warrior 2 position. For beginners, we want to just drape our right arm and then sweep your left arm over, okay? So I'm gonna break it down a little bit for you here now. So before you take your arm down, okay, you want to pull this right hip crease back to get it out of the way. If you leave it forward, then you get this bending and crunching the right side body, and you actually can't get the length, okay? So try to pull this back. You see how I shift this back? This thigh is externally rotating. The inner knee moves forward and over to the right. So try to, you can put your hand on it and try to spin the flesh outward to the right, okay? And then the thigh will kind of listen to that cue. Pull the right hip crease back, and warrior 2, all of this is still in warrior 2, really firm. And then I want Tadasana, so mountain pose. Keeping the right and left side bodies the same length, okay? Not bending your right side. I pull the right hip crease back and I lengthen. I pull my right ribs forward, even my right armpit forward. Do you see this? And then with the core activation, the hip bones and the lower ribs moving towards each other, I keep this really intact, okay? And then I just drape this, but there's no weight collapsing with the shoulder coming up. It's just a little checkpoint, okay? And then, so I have the back of my forearm onto that thigh. I'm not just like this, okay? And then I take my left hand and it's gonna sweep over like a wave in the ocean. So take the palm forward. And the palm keeps forward, and it keeps going forward, and then it's gonna face backwards. So this is that shoulder wrapping. Pull your shoulder blade down and wrap it. The bicep is pointing back and the tricep towards you here, and then extend. So extend a side angle. You want one straight line from the outside edge of the left foot all the way to the left fingertips. You see this? My hip isn't up like this and I'm not like this, okay? It's this diagonal line. So keep pushing this right hip crease back, externally rotate it, light with the right arm and reach it. The palm spread, the fingers spread and the palm faces backwards, and then inhale, exhale, push down to the outside edge of the left foot, from the thigh and glute and reach it away. Keep trying to lengthen these ribs forward and the armpit forward and the right hip back. Good, and then you want to take a breath in, exhale, push against this thigh with the right arm, and you want to revolve your chest, okay? So you actually want to end up looking at the underside of the bicep of the forearm, looking up, spreading the fingers and reaching. Okay, good, and release. Really ground down through the sole of the right foot to have the activation of the glute and everything so you can maintain that. So that's extended side angle. Now, from there, let's go into triangle pose. So let's return to our warrior 2, and you will be cued to straighten your right leg. Now take your hand to that thigh and again, spiral it outward. Take the flesh and try to rotate it to the right. And again, just like extended side angle, we want to get this hip crease out of the way. So drag this back, push it back, push it back, push it back. So it's like a teenager with attitude, like that. See this shift in the hips? So you want to pull that way back, way back, way back. Now, before we go any further, you want to make sure from the waist down that your power is in the foundation of your pose. So you have to start to draw your sit bones close together, squeezing your butt cheeks towards each other, and keep that squeezing, okay? Then you want to send the energy down to the soles of the feet. Not using your toes ever in yoga. You're really finding the 4 points at the bottom of the feet. Yeah, under the big toe mound, the little big toe mound, and either side of the heel. Those are your 4 points. You don't crunch and scrunch your toes, okay? Push the energy down, firm your thighs, but they're not locked out. There's a micro bend to the right knee that I can't see, okay? So lengthen. So all of that foundation is going on. And again, just like extended side angle, lengthen your right ribs forward. Lengthen your armpit forward. Do you see my Tadasana, my mountain pose, okay? Both left and right side body are the same length. Okay, and then you just windmill your arms, wherever they land is your triangle pose. The arms are 180 degrees, okay? And then here, the back of the hand to your ankle, shin, to your foot, depending on how flexible you are. Take a big breath in and always lengthening on in-breath, trying to find more length, so right ribs forward. On the exhale, a deeper connectivity with the pose. So draw your navel to your spine and push against this ankle or calf or wherever your hand is and revolve. Look up at your left thumbnail. Now spread the left fingers and reach for the sky. You can see how that action, that energy lightens me. So I should be able to swing my right arm because I'm not collapsing weight on it, okay? And just don't ever press on the knee, please, okay? So here, lengthen the tailbone towards your left heel. Pull it down. Your ribs and your hip bones draw closer together. Push your navel to the spine, okay? And there you have your triangle pose. You see the triangle between the legs, between my right arm and my right thigh, and then the entire pose is a triangular shape. Okay, good. And keep the core engaged, rise back up.